Okay.
Welcome once more time to Tori Day Live. This is a special edition for this AFCON that is going on, and we're getting together today to decrypt all this the last day of the game of the group stage of the first group stage games, and that ended up with the group F, and the last game was Cameroon, Gabon, and before that in the day we had Cote d'Ivoire, Mozambique, and now we're gonna debrief all those games. So please join as usual, share, comment, and your opinion is well valued and well appreciated. So you can voice it out in the comment section, or you can just call when we open the phone line to join, because we're mostly gonna debrief the game of Cameroon versus Gabon and get your thought, and we're going to give our own thought, and the discussion is going to be interactive as we always do. So tonight I'm with my brother Nasako. Agreed, Papa.
Hey, David Pagou, le tacticien technicien avec ces joueurs qui sont techniciens tacticaux. Yeah, man, I'm happy. We are happy. We're happy not just because we're happy not just because we won. We are happy because we saw hope. We are happy because we saw a team that is making us feel like, okay, I think we can start building from somewhere. For some reason, some particular coach we don't make me feel like we're not even gonna be players again. Some particular coach don't make me feel like, oh, maybe we need to start training and meaning them. Oh, use them. But if you look at the guys who used to, and mind you, most of them the day around there, most of them don't actually play. But because of the person who they manage them, things every day for the side we like my brother we'll talk about the games them. We'll talk about the games them. We'll focus more on Cameroon game, or we'll focus more on Cameroon group. The game for Cameroon group. We'll open the phone lines as early as possible. But we'll beg anyone we call, just do now 1 minute, and then you leave another person call, or maybe also for studio more make contributions. I expect so we'll get True Lion as guest. I expect so we'll get Ejap as guest. I expect also say even the day up, I will send Link may join as guest. Ella today one join, but for some reason if they talk people that the year only me and the year. I don't know which my computer will be jealous and with whatever the situation was. But thank you, welcome.
Thank you, Baba. I don't know where we go start today, but
yeah, I know. So, even me, I don't know where we'll start.
No, just start from the.
Ma start from first of all how you feel say be the atmosphere for Cameroon now so after the game.
I think say they have the license to drink and drunk tonight, and fortunately for them is this game happened in 24th of December, and you all know that everybody is out there trying to party and do that, and this game and this victory gave them another reason to enjoy more. So I hope say we're gonna go take people there from Watarin tomorrow morning because they'll be enjoying drinking and celebrating this victory. And before and
True Lion, I don't already send you link now. If you ask me link.
and above that, we saw a wonderful game. For me, not because I'm Cameroonian but this is the most intense game the AFCON has produced. This edition of AFCON has produced so far. So this game was something else, and I'm really I was mesmerized by the pace of the game. I was mesmerized by.
I don't send her now, Beck. Sorry, I don't send her. Go ahead.
So I'm mesmerized by the display, the tactical display of both teams. So we're going to talk about all of this, and I believe and I imagine how hot Cameroon is right now. People seeing a different side of the indomitable lion. So they have, like I say in the beginning, the license to enjoy themselves. I believe the enjoyment is pata pata.
Not just Cameroonians for Cameroon be happy. When I realized we did a show earlier today, about 200 people connected in. For that 200 people they connect, about 90% are from diaspora, either UAE or Europe or America or Canada. So it shows even people that did out of Cameroon, they are involved. We got some guy we call from California. They even talk about how he be the tape picking they say, and I was like, oh, this is really beautiful. The fact say the only just you don't watch the game because you come on Cameroon, but you introduce your picking into for the game when a culture thing for we. when we talk about this game, when we talk about football, when we talk let's say the vex, we talk let's say the fight, or talk let's say the even cry. Now because that's until way we get that inside, and that's until we cherish, and we know so you also cherish football. So right now the atmosphere, whether I'm home or now one of that days away, even that boys in the bush, they put their this in the down. They say, "Oh, now know what? We'll go watch the game first. We'll enjoy." Glad before after they can't say, "Okay, wait till it happen." That is what football is for us. That is what football has been for us. That one thing where any man if you take around with them, any person, you know, matter. Go check who's all the boys and come out. Roger Miller, Samuel Eto'o, all from nothing, from nothing. But today they for place at least they feel not only put food for their table, not only put food at their table, but they feel help with community. Like most of them don't the do. Baba.
Yes, Baba.
Hi. Most start for when you be see lineup. By the way, which lineup you be expect yesterday to go play?
Master, I will get my own lineup for my head. I mean, hope say Wo, Nyamsi for back and Epasi for goal for Pope. Nyamsi, Wo.
Chula, you hear we?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one hear you.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So, for Pope, I expect Epasi, and then he came in. I was expecting for the central back Wo. Because I know Pagu like to play the 3-5-2. He likes that. That's a setup that he's really like to use.
Yes.
So I was expecting Wo, MC, and Tolo, right? And I was expecting Yongwa at the right back, Chamade at the left back for Yongwa, right back or Chamade, and then in the middle I was expecting Baliba and Avom, which he did. And for me, it was Kofane up front, Bomo, and then Kudu on the right. Kudu on the left, and then Bomo on the right. So this was my lineup, and then Pagu came out with something else, man. And then young players, mostly those who haven't really played AFCON before, apart from Yongwa and Nuhutolo. Most of them was their first time playing the AFCON, right? So, but you saw that the team was balanced. So, man, that was a risk. And shout out to him. He took that risk, and the risk paid off.
And now the reason that we talk say when Chula, you get me?
Yes, I hear una hear me?
Yeah, but when I hear you, I don't know what should happen.
Hold on, I hear una well.
Oh, man.
My see Chula, you talk my ear.
I hear una hear me?
Una hear you. Any person when you watch online, can you hear Chula? Chula, talk to me the hear big.
Hello.
Go
Hello.
phone, see what I hear.
You hear me?
Okay, talk something again.
I hear una fine.
Oh, yeah.
You hear for the
Yeah.
I hear una fine.
Yeah, with the year.
Just give me 1 second. They hear you very well for the why for year we need the year.
Yeah. They hear you very well. True Lion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chula, just give me 1 second. Innocent.
Yes.
Yeah, they hear you.
Yeah, they hear you.
Oh Lord, what could be happening? Talk about Pagu. Just talk about Pagu.
So Pagu surprised me a lot with the setup. That was very bold. It was a very bold move, bringing players that was never that has never played AFCON before. Put them in the first game, and you know the first game of a competition is always the toughest. And you guys saw the intensity of the game, and the boys were just all over, especially the first 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes was no brainer. So Pagu did play with, I don't know, man, you know, great coach. They know
how to you get me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, we hear you now very well. I hope say with the online that today hear you.
I hope say when I hear True Lion.
You hope so I hope so I hear True Lion. Okay, True Lion, your head is cut small. If you move your camera small up, go up if you talk about Pagu.
Yeah, I said so. You saw the team that Pagu lined up, and it was a bold move. I knew Pagu was a very, very, very good as a coach, especially as tactics is concerned. And but he got so short time to prepare this team. But the result we saw today, man, it was just hats off to him, man. Because I wasn't expecting this kind of intensity and this kind of solidarity amongst the player. Because these are the players they just connected few days ago, right? Even though some player was used to play,
you didn't find so
and all. They were used to play and train together, but this time around, what they show, I mean, I don't know what Pagu told them for them to just like the speech and just adhere to the speech and give their 100%. I mean, what I saw today is something we've never seen with the Lions for I would say for 2 years. For 2 years, this sacrifice, this spirit of like, man, let's give our all, even if we lose, at least we've given it all. So really, really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that.
Oh, man, welcome another person. Eja, welcome.
Welcome.
Master, I see the smile on your face. You don't want just a fire and a fire.
Yes. No, I wear black. My country Gabon lose. I wear black. You
be Gabon.
You know, I be Gabonese. No, you see I wear black.
Yeah.
No. Smoke code me. I did okay.
Okay. How you see the game, by the way? By the way, how you see the lineup? What to come to your mind?
Honestly, two things come from my mind. First thing will come from my mind when I see the lineup, I was a little scared. Say wait till the man. I be no say. You remember say last time we talk. I be tell you say the reason way I see the man take 3 left backs go now because one play 3 at the back with Tolo Nua as one of the as a center backs, right? Yeah, center back moving to the left. Then I be also talk say I go prefer Darling Yongwa over Nagida. Yeah. So, but now the first thing I was a little scared because I see a lot of like everybody new, so many new people. But secondly, he also give me the opinion say in a look face, right? Yeah. Say anybody you get for any of your place for the squad. Yeah. But also the feeling that way he give me about the lineup because first way come from mine and say okay we know say Chemalon replace. Chemalon no be originally there for this squad. It comes as a result of Castelletto backing out. So at any point in time, I mean, if you say if Chemalon end up for be a starter for this squad, maybe he go eventually replace someone. They end up get that squad. I don't know. Say go start. He will make his debut for the very first game for the competition. I know be the look at that. And then in short, the lineup as I talk. One. If you be tell me, man, give you my own lineup based on the player they are available. I've already for Cisse go play 3 at the back, and I've been no say for the 3 center backs. The only one way feature where I be say he go feature Natolo. No, I've been no say go play left center back. I've been no say Chamade go play on the right as right wing back because that's the only available right back we did. Then this man play left. I be prefer Darling Yonga over Nagida. For the middle field, I be no say it could be Baleba and Avom. Namaso, I know be no say go start. I be no say Bemo go start, and most likely Kaleta. So it shocked me about 4 people for that lineup. About 4 people for the lineup. But I was very impressed with the lineup. And my standout player performer for the match.
Before I go there, more go first. More take True Lion.
Sorry. Go ahead, True Lion.
True Lion.
Yes.
True Lion. How you see? By the way, the lineup first of all. What to be there? Your mindset before the game, especially when they release a lineup.
Basically, I did not know it was going to line up in a 3-5-1-1. But if you guys remember, I said maybe a 4-4-2 going long balls. So given the skill set of the players, I thought he was going to go with something where Baliba is going to be like a second striker, how he actually played in Brentford, where he can actually recuperate the second balls and then serve the striker. And that's how the first goal actually came about. But as far as formation, how Cameroon was going to line up all the players, I'm not sure how he was going to do that because most of the players, I don't even know them.
I'm innocent. Mago, you for the next one. Yeah. You think say Pagu next game Pagu going for repeat this same line now or which you predict?
I think Pagu had a very short time to prepare this competition, right? So he's gonna come with this surprise effect. I believe he's gonna bring new because this game our opponent is going to be analyzing to understand the player, their skill set. But one thing I want to say is I'll give a special shout out to Pago, because now you see that you have a very deep team. On the bench, you will still have players that are capable of changing the game, right? And these people he lined up gave you you might think this is going to be our first starter every game, but mind you that you still have some players on the bench that can come in as first and give you the same impact. So this is the bench of Cameroon is very deep. You still have some personality, great individualities at the bench. So I believe, from what I'm saying, that is going to come up with a new system. Because this one, they probably, but same intensity, same sacrifice, same solidarity, but new players. Because now, for them to analyze this game and try to understand this game, is going to come up with something different. I hope, and I'm pleased.
Ejab.
Yes, sir.
What do you think make the difference today? Because at the end of the day, most of the players they play today, we don't see some of them they play, but they never deliver the way we see and today. What do you think really make the difference between the players and now the way they play today and the way they don't always play for national team?
Two things. The system, the formation and the system. Like I talk, truly I will say no say they'll play three at the back, but I'll be there about 90% sure. Because there is a way I know see why he go select three left backs if you know play three at the back. So I already know say okay, Tolo no one will play left side. And when for some reason when you don't get enough time for prepare and you want set up team, you never want set up team for be very cautious at the back. So technically, the Chamade and the Dolly Yonga were playing as fullbacks at some point, so they end up playing three at the back. So for big, so ABC and better, man, they play way above my expectations. Two reasons. Not be say I feel say Pago not be competent, but I feel say Pago not be get enough time for assemble for deal with the guys, for get them familiar. Because as I mentioned earlier, when you get to this top level of football, they need to use now 11-11 training for choose the starting 11 for squad. They mostly do not Toro, short small field, short passes and things like that, you know. So I was very Pago shocked me. The Cameroon performance shocked me, especially for the first 35 minutes. The intensity for the game too much. We have been fierce at some point. Maybe Baleba injury come as a result of the intensity of the game. I mean, the fierce another person if he get injury because the intensity was too much. Each time they lose all second balls, they were winning second balls. As soon as they lose ball, they press. Everybody, Carl Etabi, the comeback and press. Namasu, the comeback and press. Bemo, the comeback and press. Even though it's slow a little bit for second half, which is normal. See, when you lead and then you don't have put in some amount of, you don't have put mileage, you go slow down a little bit. Not intentionally, but it almost happen automatically. Especially as Gabon, we don't bring in some more experienced players in Lamina and Adebayo for try to change the way they play their game. So because they start with younger guys, they let them one match up. They start with Lamina never ever be bencher for Gabon, and then Aubameyang be injured, they're 100% sure. So they start with young guys, then they see how the intensity of the game be there. So the guys Cameroon, they know if you match the intensity for Cameroon, so they bring in those guys for switch the way they will play, for bringing down a calmer game, even though they will control the passes for the game more than Cameroon, but at least Cameroon will get more chances of scoring than them. Yeah, Cameroon will get more chances of scoring by them. And I don't know if time not reach for you for me for talk who I feel say play well than any other who they
if
play
you want
well.
to talk and just go ahead talk. One move at one time.
Take it out of your chest, Baba.
Yes. My standout player where I feel say he be the man of the match by miles. Now Koto Jr.
Thank you. Samuel Koto Jr.
He put one, he barely put the wrong foot. One ball where he want try to be a little bit calmer. Where he chase the boy, bring the ball down with the knee. He go for Bwanga shoot over pull, but he still make a tackle for that ball. So I think he be my standout performer for the match, Junior Koto. And now somebody that way, 4 years ago, he be the youngest player for Cameroon in U20 squad where he go that AFCON for Ghana. He wasn't even a starter. He wasn't even a starter. Now, I think that plenty people they favor understand. Plenty people don't know the fee say that maybe not just the first time is. If you that squad where you will get Chindo John Bosco, you will get Enzo Chato, you will get Ambina, you get Etienne Eto, where they will go AFCON for Ghana. They lost for quarterfinals, right? U20. He was part of that squad and he wasn't even a starter. So his growth don't really be because the way he played today, he don't look like somebody we debit this. He was physically fit. He was confident. His positioning was awesome.
Hemley.
So
Wow.
yeah, so I was very impressed with his performance. Namaso too. I was very impressed with Namaso. Again Namaso, again Koto, again Namaso, again Darlene Yongwa. And then even though Baleba be keep the ball a little bit, but he be the win all the second balls before one come out. And if you notice Itawe come out, Avon be get a lot of problems for second half. And then Onana enter. Onana, yeah, he show say Onana done he never the play. The way he played that game, he shows he never the play. By 85th minute, he was already so tired in the game. But anyways, like I say, they don't do enough work for the beginning of the game with even the Gabonese and too, even though they be depressed towards the end of the game, but they show tired legs. So all in all, overall performance was good. Che Malone wasn't in no play a bad game, but he wasn't super impressive. But I wasn't expecting something exceptional from him for making debut for this level now for Nations Cup first game. Now he debut that and not a qualifier. So I wasn't expecting something very spectacular from him. But now the young man I know he about 13, 14 years ago, and I don't see prospects say now somebody way if he keep to football, he go get to where he did today. So it's not surprised to me say he'd play for Lions today, but as him making a start for the game was the thing where I would really be surprised. And yeah, maybe there was one or two panics, but all in all, the physicality was there. When you play three at the back, all your three center backs need to be physically fit, and he showed that physicality. And then Tolo too, if he not be get that rush, Openda for finish with it, because Openda had a really good game. Openda was good. And who else? Bemo, he show maturity. He show why he play for Manchester United, even though he give away balls, but each time he hold the ball, you be saying and say the Gabonese they panic, right? He shows say they for top level, even though he no play game, he play more as a number 10. Sometimes maybe he's playing out of position, he's so comfortable playing on the wing, and then now you bring him a little bit to play as a full number 10 or right behind the striker. Maybe he go need time to adjust as the competition they go. Namaso as I talk, his passes were good, his touches were good, mobility was good. From his first game where he played for Lions, even though when he become, or we know he as an attacker, his first game he played for Lions against Eswatini for inside Eswatini, he play behind the striker, and he show signs say he's a big play ball. So it not be a surprise to me. But the person where I be really, I'm not say disappointed, where I not be impressed with at all. Now Junior Ebimbe, I don't know what happened for that game. Every ball we touch him, either he fall or in the panic, I don't know. And that's someone 2-3 years ago, he be hot property. Injuries too don't spoil the game. He don't leave Frankfurt, go Brest for France, and for Brest for France, he never play on a regular basis. So it also shows something that happened. But all in all, top performance from Cameroon. In my opinion, top performance. I wasn't expecting such a performance from Cameroon, especially the intensity of the game for the first half. So Gabon take over the second half, but they not really create those chances. One of the chances now a back pass from Cameroon. They not really create that chances. Then the other one we Openda play and goalkeeper save him. How do you call him? A passing save him. So overall performance for me was good for Cameroon. I like what I'm seeing, and hopefully Ivory Coast will be on the toes. I'm not sure anybody expect something like this from a young Cameroon squad. So and if you look on paper, Cameroon now face one of the toughest opponents for all the teams they don't play, like the opponents on paper. Because you see, like Morocco playing at Comoros, Senegal play.
We'll get into that. Might take True Lion.
Okay.
Yeah, True Lion. What is stand out for you for the game?
What is stand out?
Yes.
I think I was impressed with one player. Mbeumo, I already know Mbeumo.
Yes.
Carl Etayong, I already know what he can do. Magri, I know what he can do. But I think I had not seen the Ekoto guy, Ekoto Junior.
Ekoto Junior, yeah.
Yeah, there was a block that he made. And I think defensively, those guys, Chemalon made one mistake, of which, of course, it can happen. But I think defensively, I think the guys actually did well, you know. And but what also impressed me is how the guys came out physically. They were hungry, and that's what made it a different game for Gabon. Because if you look at Gabon also, Gabon was going long balls, and when you go long balls and you are not winning the second balls, then the game becomes difficult. You know, even Cameroon was going long balls. So what really impressed me in this game is, let's say, Ekoto, the guy in the Cameroon defense. Honestly, that's what impressed me. Apart from everything else, I already had an idea of what those guys. So I'm still not. I'm happy for the victory, but I'm not really impressed.
Wow.
Thank you, Baba.
Innocent.
Yeah.
You
So,
should the guy. Yeah, go ahead.
so for me, like we are talking of something that got reshuffled 3 weeks ago. Okay, that got reshuffled 3 weeks ago. We didn't have enough time, and then you remember FIFA even short their gathering time for more than 10 days, from the 5th to the 15th, right? So they have very short time, short preparation time. So the display I saw today for me is something to be proud of. All right, I wasn't expecting that much intensity. I wasn't even expecting that much solidarity between the players because, like I said, the time was short for them to find this automatism, to find their players to fight for one another. But what I saw today, for me, I'm going to go a little bit on the same side like Ajab. The only player that came in and that was not really up to the start, I would say Jean Onana came in, and the pace was so high for him, and then you can really understand, like Ajab said, that this is a player that was not has not been playing on a regular basis, but nevertheless he delivered. He delivered. He covered that pace, the space of that job Baliba was doing, and even it was even more. For me, it was even more interesting because he was not keeping the ball. As soon as he got the ball, he was releasing to take the pressure out of the midfield. And then the Gina Ibimpe. Gina Ibimpe is not physically fit, and this is his first AFCON game, first game with Cameroon, not just something. So I believe he was kind of stressed, and the stress, how stress can cripple you in this game. He was running, getting the ball, not know what to do in about. But I hope so. When the coach gave him that trust, he was just to say, "Hey, go and feel the taste of how it is playing in the national field, in the national team, and in this kind of competition." So I believe he got out of that game with a lot of lessons to better his game on the next one. But like I said, all the back line, people that have not played together, who can say maybe Che Malo and who maybe they have met up on a camp during Rigobert's on time when he called them to be in the camp. They train together here and there, but Che Malone and Koto and I don't believe they've played together. I don't believe they played together. So this was for me, a defense is one that doesn't score, that doesn't concede a goal. Today they haven't conceded a goal, even though they make one or two mistakes. But the goal overall was like, we don't want to get a goal. Even Epasi was, there was a game that I thought that there was a ball that I thought that was a game, and Epasi came out and stood on his ground when the guy kicked it. He moved it out on a corner kick. So the defense as a whole for me, it was a success because they didn't concede any goal. Now the midfield was doing well. They were doing well, and there was sacrifices between those attackers. All right, that was whenever they lose the ball, they'll come and press that high intensity pressing that was making Baliba to win all the second balls and give back to them and all of that. So for me, all the team is a standout. The team is a standout, but I'm really also impressed by the Samuel Koto. That's why when we started, I was looking at this guy put in some intensity, some physicality. That man, we needed this. And guess what? He's wearing the number 17 shirt. That reminds me, with the height 6'3" and the physique, it reminds me of Marco. Let them keep it up like this way, and then, man, shout out to the whole team.
By the way, for those who are the one that say maybe Baleba will just be lucky for the win that second balls, and nope. Now the reason why we talk say Baliba is extremely talented, if you understand, it takes you calculating, doing your maths. That way your attacker they go for upward defend, and you always position yourself in a place where the body coming to you, or even if not coming to you, you make 1-2 steps, you already pick up the ball. Them Baliba is extremely talented. Would he really pray me? He really get back to that place where he be calm, he be focused, and he want just playing a football. Then on our season 2 and he believe. Ejab, I want to ask you, one of the biggest challenge where it ever happened for football. Now, after a team like this one, where all man, they don't write them off. They come on their first day, they put up the kind of performance. The smart question where even Pagu say now they ask himself, now say, what can I do to replicate this? Or is it even possible this kid can replicate this? For you think it be possible?
Yeah, it be possible. One, I fear I say maybe the players themselves not be overly excited and then they go drop down. But the problem, as I talk, the intensity for a young, I don't say a young team, they always be that mobile and agile. But the intensity for me for a young team of this one, it was way out of expectations. So I just believe, play with the intensity, but drop and down. So that means be on like an 80 level or 75 level. Me, be 100, then drop down to 50, But it's possible to replicate that because after the first game, they don't beat Gabon. Yeah, before the one, now one of the competitions with Cameroon, they come on. Even me, I'll be talk for some shows, say I feel say Cameroon will finish third for that group. But finishing third for the group no mean say they no go not out stage. Because if you come out third as best losers, still end up playing semi-final finals, right? But I'll be looking based on the way the team, the Cameroon, but based on the fact that they just make these changes abruptly around Nations Cup, I feel say will get an impact. So I believe, say, besides tactically, Pago don't surely get a decent, constructive conversation with the players. Because I don't listen to players talk about their coaches. Trophy-winning coaches say tactically they were not top-notch, but they will know how to make player say he be the best.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you get coaches like that way. Tactically, they not be good, but they know how to build confidence, right? Like, I'll give an example for England. That Wayne Rooney be talk say Alex Ferguson used to tell Danny Welbeck say you are better than Wayne Rooney when he want play. You understand? So that thing so some things are like that. So I believe say Pago don't get a decent conversation with those guys besides the tactical aspect of the game. Because Pago be good. He never be for this stage for a while. He never be for this stage. Like first time is for this stage. So tactically go get a few things that we need to adjust them. But you need now that man management to know how to talk to your players, especially the young ones, because to if you tell picking them, it will kill that morale, right? So probably besides the tactical aspect of the game, he surely know how to get a conversation with the players. We go continue to help them after the game like this. When they don't finish for dressing room, they go down, they go call again, talk say okay, it's not over yet, When say because if me I be there for Paraguay plays, I'll tell them say Nations Cup is starting on Friday. If I be there for Paraguay plays, that's how I'll tell them. Say this Nations Cup is starting on Friday. This was just a preparatory game. This was just a preparatory game for the Nations Cup. The Nations Cup actually starts on Friday. That's so me I will put up for them. So I just feel say if it be possible for replicate this performance for today, and even better, and then they play an Ivory Coast team way. Ivory Coast na champions, but nobody after the first game for AFCON last year, nobody before predicts Ivory Coast go win Nations Cup. So it not be like say they don't get a decent run for qualifiers for World Cup and qualifiers for AFCON. But they don't have a super team where if you start to talk, say, hey, now this man, it's a combination of guys who can do the job. But they not be that outstanding way where people suppose to fear say because we murder Cameroon. But we'll get for know how to manage the game, and I believe say it will be a good game. I'm not and I know I'm over we football fans over be excited with Cameroon performance today. If you say they don't arrive, a lot of work still need to be done. Because if you be excited, they take the 3 points of Gabon. Next two games, they don't pick up any points. So maybe they know about being excited with the performance of today. Talk say, oh, finally Cameroon don't arrive. No, they never arrived yet.
True Lion, I like the way Ejab Enam maybe they not take the performance of today. Start feel like say they don't arrive. But the question I want to ask you is: we'll be seeing go song do it to our Cameroon national team, go even for World Cup, put up a performance, and then minister. Go bring a coach, go bring and can struggle. They don't put it for corner. Now we don't see Pagu in less than how many days to the give team. He don't put up a performance way. To be honest with you, everyone is like, wow. What do you think say if be done differently, especially you watching Pagu coach these boys and watch his team play today? What do you think will be done differently? If he make the group better, if he make the team better for where we going towards the next game? It'll probably be easy for them small.
As far as what can Pagu do, I think he just get for continually coach a team. However, I believe that Cameroon being in the African Cup of Nations in a stable environment where they don't have to travel much up and down, and then it's a coach that was chosen by Eto'o, that in itself makes the team better because there are no fights. So the coach can concentrate on coaching the players. So not much actually needs to be done in that aspect because everyone is looking into the same direction. there's discipline, there's consistency. So not much needs to be done. However, it's a competition where you're going to play now Ivory Coast, because a lot of people, I made a statement that I'm happy, but I'm not that impressed. And some people don't agree, which is fine. However, I want to recall to them that this Gabon that we just played is 21 positions off Cameroon when you look at the FIFA ranking. Coming into this game, I look at Gabon. I know Gabon, although Cameroon had not beaten Gabon in the African Cup of Nations. Okay. But Cameroon had played Gabon 25 times. Gabon had only won, I think, 3 times. Okay. Cameroon had won about 13 times. So Cameroon dominates Gabon in all aspects of the game. And when I look at Gabon, I know they are not consistent. So a result like this, for me, was expected. However, the way the kids came out and fought, that's what actually impresses me, because the kids came out and gave their all, and they looked hungry. They disrupted Gabon, and Gabon was not able to. I think Gabon had only 2 shots on target out of 12 shots, so they did not actually create that many opportunities, which means Cameroon defended well. And going long balls actually maybe disrupted them the way they were supposed to play actually in the midfield. But against Ivory Coast, since that's our next opponent, if I'm not mistaken, we play Ivory Coast on the 28th, which is on a Sunday. It's going to be a different game because Ivory Coast actually likes to play through the midfield. They like to conserve the ball. They like to pass, and they got wingers that are sharper. It's not Gabon looking at 2 players in order to create offensive, because Gabon actually played in a 4-4-2. So that's going to be a different ball game. So it's going to be interesting for me. Since I don't know the team yet, I'm just trying to learn Pagu, his approach and all that. So there's not much I can say about how we will approach that game if he's going to play in a 3-5-1-1. Because when I see a 3-5-1-1, the team gets limited in the sense that you cannot use a guy like what's his name, Basungok. You cannot use a guy like Basungok in that formation, because if you use Basungok, he cannot play central. Okay, so where are you gonna use him? Maybe as a wing back or in a midfield? It won't work for a player like Basungok. So it's interesting to see how Pagu goes ahead. What he has, in shelf for us. I'll be looking forward to see what Pagu comes up with. If he goes with the same formation, and if he's gonna work against Ivory Coast, because Ivory Coast now is a team that likes to play the ball and they will want to dominate the midfield.
Innocent.
Yes, Papa.
One thing is certain, when Robertson came in, we see how if don't start to move that old player them from Ekambi and then Choupo-Moting and then Abubakar. They already years saying at their time they come before they start their whatever thing they start them. And if we look at what Pagu did today, it explains exactly why he be say, and if you bring someone like Abubakar, because if I know play Basogok, if I know play most of that guy, then cool with them. If I know start them right, why I want to bring Abubakar? If I know if just I go play them. You understand? So I don't know. Do you think it's what Pagu is trying to do right now can be a continuation of what Rigobert started doing? Because I would consider Chemalon as local player. Me, I consider Chemalon as playing for Canon and for Coton. You understand? And with the guys the way you call them and fill them in, what do you think? If you say a continuation with the way Rigobert's song be start?
So that's a very interesting question. We had President Daze here one time for a show, on an interview, and he told us about the vision of the Cameroonian football, that they want the youth to be playing football. They want football to be practiced at every area of Cameroon. So what I'm saying is this: the vision of the federation, because they are the one administrating the football in Cameroon, is to make this our national team younger, is to make them younger, get young player, because the new football nowadays is highly intense, on a high pace and a physicality and tactical and technical skill set as well. So we African, we are technical, alright, but we are mostly physical. So we need those young players that can run. And Rigobertson started this based on the vision of the federation. And now that the federation came back in charge of the national team, I believe they're going to use this platform to make younger people come in. So David Pagu is exactly doing the same thing Rigobertson started to do All right. So we are going to see younger players coming into this team. And then if you look in a more precise way, you're going to see that the problem with they started to tackle this problem from the younger generation, the under 15, with this issue of age fraud, right?
Yeah.
That they are fighting, so that whenever this young player gets to the national first team, so they are playing with their age and they are playing with this. So when they say a player is 19, is actually 19, and he can run like a player of 19 years old. So definitely with this, Pagu said that too much leader in a group can bring chaos. That is his vision, and that's the vision they want for the team as of now. So bringing, I don't want to call one name or this other name, but bringing more old player or more experienced player couldn't have make this game be balanced the way it was today. So I believe he's on that concept of rejuvenating the team and make our team more competitive and more physical.
Man, I don't know what should happen, but like I said earlier, remember we did a show the other day, and they asked me about Baliba, or we talk about Pagu, and people say, oh, we need to expect, truly, someone not expect too much from Pagu. Me, I tell Pagu, say, I don't get time whether they give you now 1 day for prepare that team.
You must do
You
something.
get for giving results.
You must do something.
No official, you go for they go humiliate you, say, hey, I take the team now. We'll see, I will coach change their head coach for so now, so for me, excuse no day. When I already proof for we say, when I fit do the job. Better on I will go today, they beat you on a 5-0. We would expect it next time they win on a 4-0. After the other man, they win on a 2-0. But now when I don't prove say this one, I fit do very well. So no excuse now, no day. Truly, I don't think. What you think about it? I talk.
No, come on. No, I mean, you know, say me, I don't be radical like you. You be radical, man. Way pop. You want cut head? No. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. Today we won. Tomorrow we might lose, and we need to still support the team regardless. The point I'm trying to make here is that everyone is excited that we won today. However, football is a game where you win some, you lose some. Okay. The most important thing is that we should have a vision. Everyone should be looking in the same direction. And then we should grow with the team and grow with the kids. That's why for me, Baliba, I keep telling you guys, Baliba is playing good football. There are some games where he will not play good. We have to accept it. Like today, look at the mistake Che Malone made. I am very happy Ajab came out and said Che Malone did not do, it was average, because that's how you analyze football. He is the one who told me more about Che Malone. I know Che Malone through Ajab. But one thing that impresses me with Che Malone, and I think he will go far, I listened to an interview of his, and he was asked about the game and the opportunity that he was given. Do you know what he said? He said every game is the same for him. And I think it's that mentality that Pagu saw and say, oh, this guy has confidence, the type of confidence that I want. And that's the type of mentality. Sometimes when I come and criticize, hey, I'm a critic because I don't only look football on the surface. I dig deep and see the 3-5-1-1 formation. Okay, we look at the profile. What are the profiles of the wing backs? Let's just take the two guys, Chamade and Yongwa. Defensively, they are good. Offensively, they don't provide anything. There was one ball Chamade had. This guy was running Mbuemo. Mbuemo asked for the ball. Just give the pass. Give the pass. It was remaining about 25 minutes. There's still a lot of minutes. And I bet you, if you give Mbuemo such a pass, one defender, one-on-one, even with the goalkeeper, Mbuemo scores. The guy hurled the ball. He came back. I almost cried. And that ball went back to our goalkeeper. And then there was a long ball. But the problem is that these guys will grow and learn. They are still young. Okay? They will gain the experience. Maybe it was the tension, because the first games of the first game of a competition like this, it's always difficult. Even look at Ivory Coast. In my opinion, I thought Ivory Coast was gonna win this league, this group. But the way I saw Ivory Coast played against what's that?
Mozambique.
I said, no, this Ivory Coast is not what I thought they were. You know, this Ivory Coast team, you know, if Cameroon sets up well, Cameroon can give Ivory Coast a good game. You know, but all these things are just like, I mean, it's football, you know, you're gonna make some mistakes and all that. But when I see the Chamade and Youngwa, I think offensively they did not give us much. But they were good defensively.
Yeah, you know, so I want to ask you, like Eja talked earlier, Chemalon was not part of the list initially, and that list was actually drafted by Pagu. And then Castellotto is injured or whatever happens, he's not showing up. And then all of a sudden, Chemalon is starting. Eja already talked for you, say, these people don't even get plenty time for training. And they mostly train as small kind of thing, Toro, and so you don't really judge person. Now, whether they mostly play players in a base or what you don't see them play for club. What could be the reason? What really be Pagu reason? Decide, you know what? I will feed now. Instead of feed the best way, maybe be the remplaçant for Casilito.
So first thing we have to understand that Chemalon is a product of MTN Elite One, right? And then Pagu has been a coach on MTN Elite One for a couple of years now. So he had enough time to watch Chemalon playing when he was playing for Coton before moving to Simba and now in USM Algeria. So I think he knows the player. He knows the player personally. So that's why when he made the first list, there was this people that experienced player that he needed to bring to secure his defense. But when whatsoever happened with Castelletto, and then he decided, I say, yes, okay, since I'm not going to get this first choice, I better go to this player. I know exactly the profile. Maybe I know them. He knows the mentality, and he brought it in. And then, you know, this is a competition, and you know, this player, they are competitors. So they're all, and what do you say competitors is that they like competition. Even in the training, they are in competition because you have several players for one position, right? So I believe in the training, it showcased something that was interesting for the coach to like not playing, imagine Christopher Wo, but playing Chemalon. Not playing Nyamsi, but playing Chemalon. So I believe there's something that he saw. I believe is the character. Like Tulayon was pointing, and I'm glad that he pointed at that when they interviewed Chemalon after the game. He said that for him, every game is the same. So the guy is ready to die day in, day out. So the opportunity they gave him to call him at the second, all right, to come and cover this, he said, "Now, man, I'm going to turn this opportunity to goal. Whatever 5 minutes they gave me, either in a training session or in a game, I'm going to give my all." And I believe he gave his all during those little training they had, and then the coach trusted him.
Ejab, welcome back.
Thank you.
I said that attack, how you see him? Because the combination for the goal was actually beautiful.
Yeah. It was beautiful. This man playing a little bit behind the striker is good, because when you look at the setup, the way one thing with Pagu, where I know about Pagu, I know we talk about Pagu general as a coach, but Pagu from my experience, where I watch him play for PW Bamenda, coach for PW Bamenda. Now, person where he believe in three at the back, and he hardly use traditional wingers. He use the fullbacks and then try to use a compact midfield. But in the course of the game, depending, because I feel bet say 70% say if Cameroon be there down for this game, Basok, if we tweak this formation for where may wingers enter, at least Basok or Kudu or one of them for enter. So na person we sabi tweak, na person we done the tweak formation based on the situation for the game. Yeah, based on the situation for the game. But na traditional person we like it 3-5-2 and the high intensity physicality. Any person will be watching for PW, you know, say, okay, when you play three at the back, you get Buri for middle, you get Bone Joel for that side, you get Nyabadis. He get the formation when a three at the back, now he identity that. Then as the game they go on, if it tweaker. Yes, but the attack line, I'll be very impressed with the attack line in the sense this man was the lone striker, but he was almost everywhere. Especially for the first half. Kalita, second half, he coming in a little bit tired. And then something will happen, I say be the go in for the balls. You will get Bemo where the shift come a little bit there. Then Namaso, where they play technically like the second number 10, be the push a little bit forward for supporting as a supporting striker. Yeah, so I was impressive with the attack and the way the game go, the physicality of the game. Almost see how Ivory Coast will play because the way the game go, Kufan will get.
I like that. Yeah.
It's going to be a physical encounter, and when it's very physical, Kufan tends to have a little bit of issues. But let's.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. You want to talk something?
I'll just add some more thing, but I think the point I think the game against Ivory Coast is going to be interesting because the game I saw today with Ivory Coast, let's say that it was the first game of the competition, and we know the game is always hard. These first games they are always hard to tackle. But what I saw from the team, their tactical display and their physical input. I wasn't impressed, but they got the job done. I wasn't impressed, but if Cameroon go in with this kind of intensity, it's going to be very hard for Cote d'Ivoire to hold them. It's going to be very hard.
Yeah, that's true. Cote d'Ivoire plays with three. They play with three defensive midfields: Sangare, KC, and Seri. They don't have. They don't use them two. They don't have that creativity in the team. So they rely. They will rely now on Dioman on the left or Ahmad on the right now to play because they play with three flat defensive midfielders. Yeah. So. It's going to be so the midfield. Cameroon's midfield is going to have something. It's going to have an active role to play in that game. So Bemo will be dropping back a lot. Bemo and Namaso are going to be dropping back a lot during that game start because they won't. I don't know if Baleba will be fit again. I don't know if it's a hamstring injury or he's going to be fit for the next game because I haven't heard anything about it. Because I know if Baleba is healthy, he's going to start again. So whoever he starts with, be it Avom or whoever, they have to be very vigilant. Not because the Ivorian midfield is spacey, but because they're very physical.
Chulion.
Yeah.
We just Ejab and just come out talk about attack. I want to ask you based on what you see for the game, the attacker the way they feel in Magri, Etam, Wemu, whoever they feel in. You think say Kofane will get the place for next game? And if you go get a place, how you think they will play?
I mean, I think that Kofane will get some minutes at some point, but he will not be a starter. And because seniority says Eta Young, who they want to fit in the box, and if given the opportunities, he scores. Is definitely the starter. Magri's hold-up play for me was very good. He comes out, he has a good hold-up play, and I think he has. We almost saw him score from that header, from that corner kick. And then Buemo is actually a starter. But what I might disagree with what Ajab said a little bit. I don't like when Buemo falls too deep in the midfield in order to play. Because there were instances when he loses the ball, it's dangerous for Cameroon. Because he also is a player where when he goes on the ball, right? If he has his back, if he's facing his own camp, you give him the ball. He is not a quick 1-2 release. And the way Cameroon is spaced out in the midfield, the guys are not opening up to do a quick 1-2 with him. So he wants to keep the ball, turn, and when the ball gets stolen, it's actually dangerous because we are all spread out. We are not compact enough. And I think that's a compartment, that midfield, that Pagu has to actually resolve, because I think from today's game, our midfield is our weakest link. From today's game. Okay. Then without a Baliba, I don't know how Cameroon will actually negotiate that midfield against a team like Ivory Coast.
By the way, we'll get N'Golo Kante for bench. We'll get N'Golo Kante for bench, but I never see. They're not for no two they call Kandem.
No, Master, I live down and Kandem. Master.
I see the way God make it. That's a lot of get injury. Now Kemal on that improve am. Now so na Bale Barado who foot say what name N'Golo Kante enter? Una go convince
N'Golo Kante na who?
He turned that Oga Brazil say N'Golo Kante.
Who?
Yeah.
Oga Brazil.
Say no, let's say Ogabruzi.
Yeah, 1 second. So
Innocent.
Yeah.
Innocent. 24 hours. I think now 1 week now since we win Gabon for Nations Cup. We never hear none about Samuel Eto'o. We never see anything about Samuel Eto'o before the game. The only time we see now for fee wage day for some side Shidoi and then maybe videos people take about you that come up like and I know say so statement. I don't even ever put out a statement say really be for yeah. What do you think about all of that?
So he came to understand that he has a very powerful aura, all right. That whenever he goes, his aura, his energy is stronger. So he understood that this player were kind of intimidated when he came around them. So he understood. And by the way, this is no more the Samuel Eto'o the player. This is Samuel Eto'o the president. So he has to step up a little bit and go on a high pedestal as of a leader now. So leaving those kids, living their dream, doing their own, making their own history. So that was for me a very bold and wise decision to step behind at the back and let them write their own history. So it's not something that was it's not made by chance. It's something that he thought about it and he understood. And by the way, this player was talking about that that whenever he comes around, his energy is, the legacy is too high for them to, it's too much pressure on them. So, and then now he understood it and he put himself at the back, which is something that he needed to do because now he's no more the player, he's not the coach that we was doing in Antalya Sport. He is the president of the federation and he has to behave as such.
By the way, for those who are watching, we're open phone lines and now on a call. Either on ask Chula on a question or on a tell you on a mind.
What Chula the Chula boss.
I ask Chula on a question or on a tell you on a true mind. I don't want to get the whole afternoon or pass. You don't can the evening. Yeah, but more get a very constructive conversations. I think so. Get the finest. Not only the know for you. On ask questions, them on a call, make on contributions. The phone lines will be open already. I beg any man will want make contribution. Try to do 1 minute or maybe 1 minute 20 seconds. So another man will call. More wrap the team up really fast. I know what me long could have do a show earlier today. Ejab.
That victory too sweet. You will have some man will make call for 1 minute. You you surely give a hang up.
You hang up saying like say I had the network. So, Ejab, how you feel about Samuel Eto'o's absence around the team? Even before the competition, you never really see Chukskin the way we used to Chukskin.
That's how it's supposed to be. At least for the physical presence, we don't know what happen for behind at the back, but physically now we never see around, which is that's what it's supposed to be. And if you continue so, it will only be better. It will only be better. That's what it's just supposed to be.
Wow. Guys, any man want come and call Chula on there or Mota go say network the worry.
They not stop you. You not stop you as president for coming motivate the guys once in a while. But that
I think Eto'o the grow.
Yeah.
Eto'o the grow.
Yeah.
He himself now understands why he doesn't have to be in the dressing room.
Yeah.
He grow.
So you know it is say Magbri's player.
First call.
Of course now.
Hello? Hello?
No. Now Gabonese
Hello?
Yeah. Make a call back a bit.
Okay, Baba. Go. Master, some call on your call. Pikin no let that call.
No, I hear the cry. If you say some Gabonese the call for crying
for blasphemy.
Master, I didn't meet you today, sweetie. The thing sweet. I just pray me not being that kind of which way it can give you because you know how will be the feel like, okay, if they come up for quarter final or semi final, and you see they try. Now with the performance, and by the way, I'm asking Chula the question. Looking at other games comparing to Cameroon game against Gabon, you put Cameroon at first level.
For second tier. First tier na people with Senegal, Morocco, Algeria, Cameroon, they for second tier.
Yeah, it's honest.
Ejab, how you feel about Samuel Eto'o absence around the team? Even before the competition, you never really see Chukskin the way we used to Chukskin.
Yeah.
Ejab.
Second tier as well. But no means second tier. But may I tell you something?
Yeah.
After this game, before this game,
You have a
Cameroon for day for me almost like a third tier. But I put them now for a level way. Then beating Senegal will come again as a surprise if they maintain the performance. But you understand? It will come for me as a surprise. But before this game, I will look at Cameroon like I be talk. I will not say Cameroon will finish third for the group, which is still not an impossibility. But I will look Cameroon as a team where it will struggle with Gabon, lose to Ivory Coast, and maybe beat Mozambique, come out third for the group. But we never know as they talk for Africa now. Not no.
Okay.
More take the call, Baba.
Okay,
Yeah, you go ahead. Make your contribution.
Okay. Agree with agree innocent, agree Omano, agree Jap, agree
True Lion.
Greetings,
True
Papa.
Lion. Yeah. Yeah. Avec me una excuse me, I will talk friend, I will tell you friend because
go ahead,
I don't really explain myself. So j'apprécie vraiment la qualité des débats. C'est vraiment enrichissant.
Merci.
Et ça démontre également quand je parle d'enrichissant, vraiment on a des pas des antagonismes dans des idées, mais je comprends qu'à la fin c'est pour construire l'idée de l'union autour des Lions, cette équipe que nous aimons tant.
Yes.
Donc moi je dirais déjà aux followers de ne pas considérer True Lion comme un opposant parce que lui il a des analyses pertinentes.
Oui.
D'ailleurs comme tous les autres d'ailleurs.
Oui.
Et ce qui me fait le dire, c'est quoi? C'est que nous ne devons pas vraiment tomber dans l'euphorie.
Oui.
Nous ne devons pas tomber dans l'euphorie.
Oui.
C'est une victoire qui, on va pas dire qui est tombée du ciel. C'est une victoire qui a été préparée. Quand on voit comment les joueurs se sont déployés sur le terrain dès la première minute, on comprend qu'il y a un gros travail qui a été fait derrière, même en quelques temps de préparation. Je le disais tout à l'heure dans le premier live que peut-être on se voit avec ces joueurs comme s'ils étaient ensemble depuis des années, mais mais c'est ce qui prouve à suffisance que lorsqu'il y a un objectif commun, il y a une vision commune, il y a quelque chose qui est poussé par l'envie de vaincre et qu'il n'y a pas des gangrènes dans une équipe, mais les résultats peuvent ne pas attendre. Et c'est ce que nous observons aujourd'hui.
Merci.
Je préfère que nous restions humbles, que nous continuions à être humbles. Le président l'a dit. On doit vraiment aller avec beaucoup d'humilité. J'ai également écouté David Pago sur Canal+. Quand il parlait de la préparation du match contre la Côte d'Ivoire, j'ai vraiment apprécié. C'est ce sens d'humilité-là que je partage avec True Lion. C'est-à-dire que restons droit sur nos bottes. Il y a eu des lacunes, pas mal, sur lesquelles on doit vraiment travailler. On doit travailler. Sur le plan défensif, j'ai vu un Che Malone en pleine forme, mais qui a quand même commis des petites erreurs. Qui pardonne, qui paye cash dans des compétitions pareilles. Donc, on doit devoir revoir ça, mais je vous assure, c'est un excellent joueur. Moi, j'ai vu Chimalon jouer à Coton Sport avant de s'envoler vers la Tanzanie, mais je vous assure, il y a rien à dire sur ce gars. C'est quelqu'un qui avait eu besoin de cette chance, il l'a eu. J'ai également apprécié la façon dont laquelle les joueurs les plus expérimentés à la défense sont venus l'encourager plutôt, mais on sent qu'il y a un esprit d'équipe, il y a un esprit d'engagement, il y a un mouvement d'ensemble qui est en train de naître. Je pense que c'est sur ça qu'on doit pouvoir capitaliser. Il y a un gros travail à faire au niveau de l'attaque. Peut-être que c'était suite à, je vais dire, le classement, le 3-5-2 de Pablo aujourd'hui, peut-être n'a pas voulu qu'il y ait une animation offensive avec les milieux de couloir comme rapide, pivotant comme Koudou et Bazogo. Mais je pense que c'était calculé, c'était prémédité et il est resté sur sa philosophie, même quand on le voit dans ses précédents coaching avec PWG, c'est que le gars joue en fonction de l'équipe qu'il a en face. Et ça, c'est vraiment appréciable. C'est des choses sur lesquelles on doit capitaliser sur tout ce qui a été comme point positif. Ce qui me concerne, la même équipe doit être reconduite pour dimanche. Peut-être à l'exception de Baleba si jamais il ne revient pas en forme, mais je pense qu'on aura besoin de Baleba au plus profond de la compétition. Moi, je dirais qu'on a des atouts qui peuvent remplacer Baleba.
Oui.
Le petit de la 6e division du Brésil dont les gens parlent avec beaucoup de moquerie, c'est que les gens ne savent pas. Ce garçon, il est d'une énergie que vous ne pouvez pas imaginer. Donc, on a des solutions.
Le petit Camden.
On a des solutions. Oui, on a des solutions. Il faut qu'on les utilise. C'est en leur mettant en confiance que les gars peuvent montrer qui sont, ce qu'ils peuvent faire. Et prouver aux Camerounais, surtout à ceux qui sont là pour dénigrer, qu'ils ont de la matière à prouver. Donc,
merci beaucoup. Merci
en
pour
ce
ta
qui me
contribution.
concerne, oui. Voilà, donc merci. Merci pour cette tribune. Merci beaucoup.
Tu nous appelles d'où?
Je vous appelle du Canada, dans une petite région au Canada, Sudbury.
Merci pour l'appel. Merci pour l'appel.
Merci. Je suis à Gatineau.
Voilà. Et Javi à Gatineau. Vous êtes au Canada ensemble.
God, I don't go coach you already. Hey, Jab, you be touching the air French. How you do know say they talk like that?
No, I be talk say I know that Jesus. At least I be do I be conjugate the verb avoir. At least I know that one.
Yeah, at least you dey Gatineau if you go to
we get another call away. Ma try for engage a call. Now call away go make some interesting contribution, I think.
Now okay.
Hello, boss.
Yes. What do you have?
Yeah, I know you get some small contribution for maker.
Yeah, I'm still here up, but True Lion and my brother, they would always get one or two debates. No, True Lion a very honest man. I don't think forums that he'd always be parallel to the other people. It brings some different air for people because it make people see things from a different direction because most people always move in one direction. And True Lion always be that wind where they blow our heads for make we move see things from the other contrary. And they always enjoy points they bring, and most of the time they always get differences, especially when it concerns Eto, because I'm an Eto lover. And and Eto, they don't lead it that way. But back to the point of debate. The first thing I find very important, all we notice for this first match. I say all we get to understand why Paguno call a lot of old players, and because if you look at system of play, it demands a lot of pace. It demands a lot of run. And when you look at that system of play, I don't see Abubakar doing those runs away Eta and these guys into him. I don't see all those old guys and doing those runs away to him. And the victory be good, but I know how many people carry plenty for it. Feel like so would already get there. A lot of work get to be done. Because when you look at the bench, if you look at the kind of players the way Pagu call them, they did different kind of players, different qualities. We use them for different matches and different situations. So it'd be difficult for anybody to predict what will happen against Ivory Coast. And I watch every match very closely. Truly, and we confirm here, we communicate very often. Cote d'Ivoire not scared. Cote d'Ivoire not look like that team if you put it like favorite for this competition so far. If you look like their goalkeeper position, it'd be very weak for me. Secondly, their midfield not be that creative. They be more combative. So they mostly play wings with Diamante and this guy from United. Now wingers they play. And then for Cameroon team, I feel like they need to be some creativity for this guy to play right and left back, because as Trulan bring up a point, say there was one point a defender would take a ball, instead of give a pass up, it turn give him back for goalkeeper because he lacked that offensive creativity. But when you look back for bench, we get some position they question Abubakar or something. He did to a bench. Not left foot guy Fiva Baleba also.
Nagida.
Yeah, that boy fit create trouble for him. He can't match the way he play. This Gabon match not for suited. This Gabon match be neat. People they get that real Hemle inside them. So and I be see that Hemle where he come up today. I see the guys and be ready for fight. I not see someone where he be like he be dominant. And some person the people they applaud it to the plenty. Tolo be get some tackle for the first 10 minutes. We each cheer up himself, full of crowd. That kind of celebration with the Sienna for song and some kind of people, it brings spirit for team. I don't see highlight any teammate, it will look very calm. And I see some power, a power be divided inside that team. I see the way this guy from United waiting for front, we come man of the match. He get a role for front. I see the power be shared among all them.
Yeah.
There's respect. I don't see any player where coach we call you say come out, he vex it in the movie. Any man where he come, he be for the others. And then some very important factor come out, he don't stay as young for national team. As this man, it has scored that goal. If you looking for via confirm that goal. I see the whole reserve bench run can celebrate with him. That thing mean a lot for the team. And then another point where some person bring an over more after they are enjoying that part where Eto don't pull back or she don't for bench there. That Eto presence or dressing room. It would be good for the beginning. That time you try for impose the principles, make people understand what you do. But if you say at some point the time don't reach for you to for pull back or she don't for they get back that respect a legend deserve. And the presence of someone like song around me when I did do interview like after match now song go to interview no be at all. It'd be very good for the people because that him level we need an 80 and all man we did bench you don't learn to they say when they put you in for field you are there to run. You get for run, you get for cover distance. When you tell coach they will change you. So I don't want to take much of our time, but I want to just say more no carry victory plenty for head. More just look. It be good. It be always good for staff for win. And it act like a therapy for we for forget that McBreeze man. So
thank you very much. I want to ask more comment before Ejab the pick up. So I just want to follow up on the previous caller and this. So I saw this humility you guys are talking about, and the most important thing is that the player themselves they remain humble. Have you followed their post-game interview? They stayed humble. They didn't want to say any extra thing. They were just like, man, we're doing the sacrifices as a team. We played it there. And then you heard Pagu talking with a lot of humility in this Canal Plus interview, post-game interview. So themselves, they know that they have to stay humble and focus on the game. Let's take this caller.
The caller will take you because now I move the page from side to side with it now. Hello, Baba.
Now, far.
Ade, tell them, no.
That man is sleep.
Two Lions, say Cameroon go take Nation Cup. Two Lions, they argue. Say Cameroon go win Nation Cup. Any Cameroonian. If Cameroon don't win Nation Cup, you support me. Say I will tell you a story. Cameroon will win Nation Cup way too. Win a president, Pago win a coach. Take that cup boy and they go give ya. I'm sure they don't tell you.
Okay.
The story that they tell you, some boy they will play defense today. They need to find out, but I don't know side that boy come on a Koto or an outside.
He come on Belgium. He play for Belgium. For Ghent.
That boy, better than Margini. I said that Margini don't come back soon. I never see that kind of defender. I go see them. They take McBreeze will not play football. McBreeze will not know how they coach. They can coach Cameroon national team. A big nation, one of the biggest football nations for the world. McBreeze, Cameroon football nation, big pass Belgium football nation. McBreeze can coach Cameroon national team. How McBreeze do pass to the coach Cameroon national team? He a minister. I don't know how they make the arrangement. McBreeze a minister. They make arrangement. Minister, they employ coach. Minister. Now we do law. They employ coach. Cameroonians they get problem. Cameroonians they get brain problem. Cameroonians they get brain problem. Minister they do law. They employ coach. For coach national team, Cameroon get a lot of professionals where they don't play big football or big club. They bypass them. Bypass president of Fekafoot. We get the highest history for football. Minister go feeling coach for Belgium. We don't know front and back how they coach team. And he asked that Congolese guy how they coach. Me coach Cameroon national team. See Pago for first match. We win all match. Let me don't tell you. No match don't withdraw. We win everybody for the competition. Everybody. Morocco will hear the highest hot day will jam them. Nobody go Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
After Cote d'Ivoire, go call you. This cup now our cup.
Yeah.
Bia will see this cup before they die. Before Bia they die, he will see this cup.
Okay, Baba.
Two Lions of our belief for all players them. All players they don't finish. May they go rest. May they go rest. May they get a passé. Ça va get one team for talk. May they get a passé. Time for cash for Cameroon national team. May they not bring one another. May they get a passé time. A passé time. May they leave it. May cash for Cameroon national team. May they leave one another. For one another. They quiet without confusion. Now I don't make that Baliba self not even constitute fine. You see Baliba still can't make person on another. With the cost. Because when you mix football politics and not you go for your life. When they just give a pass, it did time so you see for Brazil prove them. That's why they prove them small. Maybe goalkeeper number 1 for Cameroon. Or if you go in retirement, or for Turkey, or for Romania, or outside you go. When they just leave him, make catch quiet. Cameroon go win this cup. Now all they are here for contribute. Get True Lions and something I don't talk. I go remember you.
Baba, thank you very much. True Lion, but that point we make up, I think a bit pertinent. That point for a passy. We don't see a passy now. I think Edja will get details or even innocent. Remember the first time they passy, they actually catch for Cameroon national team and save with the situation. So basically, don't tell me about some qualification match we catch them. When I actually when I qualify for which I don't forget.
Even against Brazil, he be the catch.
Yeah.
He get match of the game.
Besides Brazil also qualification game day where he catch him. I think I actually survive with. I don't know what other qualification on nation or something. But True Lion, now I ask you, what do you think? More will stick with a passy because he don't prove him for World Cup, and then now again, our first game this, he don't do something.
I mean, I don't understand your question.
So,
what
the caller
do you mean?
say for you?
No, let me say I don't understand. Let me say I don't
Yeah.
understand. I don't know why you bring Onana back into this.
No. Never about Onana, about a passy. Should we just trust a passy, or you feel some other goalkeeper they even for bench where it will be preferable?
No, one thing I say with the pass, he's not good with his left foot. There's a ball where that was passed to him, and because the ball was on his left foot, in order to kick, he was not able. He had to bring it to his right foot. What he ended up doing is he ended up kicking the ball out for a throw-in. So there's some of those deficiencies that I saw actually on him as a goalkeeper. However, he made a good save, and this game is not really a game that I'll use in order to rate a passy. For me, I thought the young goalkeeper, the one who played for Marseille,
Montpellier,
Simon.
Yeah, exactly.
Gabon.
Exactly. I thought we shall give him a chance for him to go forward, because if you look at the stats, right, goal expectation for Gabon was 0.66. Gabon did not create that much. They had 2 shots on target. Of course, a passy had that save. So I cannot actually rate a passy based on this game alone, So for me, moving forward, I know Cameroon can always find a goalkeeper, but I'm not gonna bring Onana in they say we need to mix vegetable and fruits in some market. Onana get the level with this one, then they don't get the same level, So I don't really talk about Onana or Ipasi on the same level.
Guys, for those who are watching, go ahead and at least share the video. Go ahead and at least comment where you're watching from. We want to just at least have a data, some back end numbers or information on who was watching, where they were watching from. When we do this live, we don't actually see any person who is watching until you comment. Now, whether we want to give shout out, we'll talk about Bertrand, we'll talk about Nelson, we'll talk about Marius, we'll talk about Esume, we'll talk about Mejo, we talk about Innocent, we talk about Zonetak, we talk about Roland, we talk about Chindos, my coach, my Dom Periphe. We talk about Clovis Parker, we talk about Genero, we talk about DJ Eric, we talk about the Baron, we just come up for call, we talk about my boss, Ashu Bisong. By the way, shout out to my boss, Ashu Bisong, one of the persons in that way. When I see to you do it, you do. I'm not one of the people in that way they invest, not only watching videos and things like that or sharing. But they make sure say if I tight for some place, they make sure say they deblock the situation. My brother. No, be asking for dollars. No.
Eh?
No.
Do one in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Bob Pop Manuel would see Agbo Asamobi would see l'Industriel would see Jerez. We see last time, shout out to you, bro. Another wonderful person with another wonderful platform where they do wonderful sports conversation for community. We see Songani.
Atem the watch now from Nyasoso.
Or Atem the watch from Nyasoso. Jires, we see Nkeng. Alexander, we see, hey, Nikki from the boss. See the watch? Madayumba. Thank you. We see Sawa, we see Pex. Boy, I just my shout out the people them. And like we always talk with the platform, to we didn't only a platform where it talk sports or football for the community. We get so many wonderful platforms in. starting from Edge their platform in about sports talk show. You get True Lion get 90 in 5. You get you get
Arise Africa Network.
yeah,
Africa Arise Network.
Yeah, Arise Network. We don't move Africa, then I just Arise Network. Last target football entertainment. From time to time, we'll meet up for any of the platform. Then whatever thing they're doing is to help our community. So if you there for a year now for to read him, make sure you check out all the platform the way before the end. I'll try to go for their Facebook pages and show and give them turn me and just talk about that. Edge, I've tell about our sports talk show.
Yeah, Abakwa Sports Talk Show. It's just a platform where me and my boy Balak and a few others with Ishidong discuss football, especially football from Abakwa, even though we touch other aspects, but now say will be initially start up now with Abakwa Sports Talk. So we're there on YouTube as Abakwa Sports Talk Show. We're also there for Facebook. We talk football, bring up nostalgic moments, analyze football to the best of our ability. We are not experts, but just because of the love of the game. Every now and then we try for analyze the beautiful game. Talk about players, not necessarily players where they succeed as footballers, but even those who we think say they were really talented, even though they not reached their true potential. So that's basically what we do, and it's just something we started about a year ago, and just because of the love for the game, we decided saying we'll do something like this. And also recently, due to popular demand, I just also started my own, just like my Facebook page, just Ajab AJABST. Since I get a lot of archives of my own, where
encyclopedia.
If you say good for share with people, I talk a lot about football games for Cameroon back in the days from the 90s, games I would watch and where I believe say I need to see them anywhere, any data, anywhere on the internet. So I try for maybe give highlights and summaries about it and then talk about individuals too, all over the country, and I would get into Africa as well. But for now, I just start now mostly those around Anglophone Cameroon. Yeah, so that's basically what we do.
Chula, tell about 19.5.
19.5, the concept, 90 minutes of football in 5 minutes. I know in this day and age, a lot of us don't want to spend 90 minutes watching football. So I try to break down. That's why I talk more about tactically and not about the history of football. So sometimes I really need to watch a game, then try to break it down, what I see. And I keep reminding people that we see football differently, right? So there's no wrong way to actually consume football. So far as you can explain, what you do understand or what you actually experience, like the game today, what we experience, how Cameroon played against Gabon, and what expectations that we actually do have. And I'll just encourage you guys to go. I'm on YouTube. You can go follow me on 19.5 by True Lion. And actually, I have a Facebook page, which I don't use that much. So, but on Facebook, I am there as Eno Ayokogba. Eno Ayokogba, that's my name. So you can always follow me. And I'm there to serve the community. I actually like talking about African football the most. However, we have an extended family wherever we are, like in Europe, in America, and all that. And we follow also the EPL, Spanish leagues, and all that. So once in a while, I also talk about those leagues.
Tell about Toride, the sports part for Toride.
Oh, our house. This is our community, and Toride, is just this big house that welcomes everybody. And if you have any anything in the community, I talk just about the sports,
yeah,
the sport part. So we gather in Toride to mostly. To talk about sport. We do the debriefing of all major events, soccer events, national, African, and even world, and even club sports. So we are open to every other opinion. So we put our own opinion out, opening the line for you guys to keep your own voice and give your own view. And from that, we can grow, we can make our suggestion, we can make our voice out, our point of view. And from that, we can gather and get, hoping that those people that are watching will get some sort of insight to better our community as far as sport is concerned?
Yeah, like I said, now these conversations go get you to where we want to go. Like we all don't talk for here. Me and Edge up there, we don't go back and forth for so many topics. Me and Chula in the same thing, but it not change the fact that we all will look at the same thing but just differently. We all want to see what football get better. We all want just make sure see what generation no be our generation way for different point of time. Cameroon be the win, and then our own time don't reach now. Cameroon the loss. Any man they trash you know. Especially because get internet, we will light our camera, we'll talk to if we talk. If they want to fix them, they fix them. If they don't want to fix them, the whole country will know say now these people then be the problem. And that's just what we're doing. Now, whether we insist me, take some person opinion or some person suggestion where they make them, one make them look like some people they were all the man doing. No man they will hate any man. Now just opinion, we think say, take a look at this, consider them or not consider them, but now so me at the see things them. That way, if you look at them that way, if you feel like you're not correct, then you tell me to say you're not fine, and then I'll run them with time, and then we'll know say okay. So all these platforms they be very, very important. Not be only for me, for we community. Now the reason we get for support them at every way. And supporting this platform is very easy. Very easy. Just stick to the platforms, watch their videos where Edge make it right up. Just like them. Edge never ever can write until where you show you like them. You go like so sometimes if you like on post something, I don't even need to watch them before I share them. Because I know so whatever he talk, not just football. Where Edge write, if I don't really get time for read or to write them, I just click that like. More would community learn, especially do a small sports community, the football family would be more learn for the react for people that post. No, not because when you like them, it make Edge up, it had sweet. No, now because that reaction then it trigger the algorithm. It will make more people go see them. Edge I know if you take your time every day. If I tell you, if you make one post, if I tell you how long it do, how much work it put and will come up with that one post. I know if you even show the appreciation, liking and sharing and comment, even if you write down until you don't agree with, put your comment under. Put your comment under. Say, hey, pa, you say now, so the man be there, but me have say the man be there. More will start these conversations the way it go hell will come in. Even though it's so. Now gossip pages will dominate our community. I mean I will jump for that gossip. I will hold their story, I will share my here. Because I don't jump on them was the one say AVFC, the whole community come I say, hey, that's what the thing they pay. The whole community, truth be told, more encourage people that they do it when they do
shout out to you guys.
More encourage every person with a platform, and the basic way to support them, the smallest way, the easiest way to support them, likes, comments, subscribe, share, tell other people about the platform, and that's how we build something to help our community. Good job.
Yes, sir.
Phone lines in the open, but those who the one call.
That last call I don't drive. Oh man.
Master, that last caller, he articulating the way if he misses, I don't even know to what.
You know why any my opinion.
No, but I like.
Sorry, Baron.
I like the guy who called from Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
He actually said a lot of things that I did agree, except for when he talked about Kandem, because there's something that you call game speed. Okay, game speed basically means that you have to be playing at a high level in order to come and just blend into a team. Okay, if you are not playing at the speed of professionals, you are playing in an amateur league, which is not at that speed. You have just 10 days, 2 weeks. No matter how good you are. That's why also when a player gets injured, right, it takes time for him to get back into game speed. It takes time for him to. So a guy who is playing a 6th division, where it's an amateur league, can't just come and integrate and play with the professionals and play at a high level, even if he is talented. You know, so that's why when he talked about Kandem, I'm like, man, that's the only point I did not agree. However, he made some good points about Eto'o having a vision, a home coach coming and winning, regardless of 10 days, 2 weeks, because everybody was talking about, Pagu being set up for failure. Even me, I talked about Pagu being set up for failure because when you look at the team, the team and the group F, everybody saying that's the group of death. You look like that's gonna be a tough task. Then he comes out with these kids and they show a type of fighting spirit that Cameroonians like. It's that fighting spirits that make Cameroonians now. You see everybody talking like the last caller saying that Cameroon is gonna win the African Cup of Nations. But people with like us still have our minds together. We're looking at it when we know that okay, yeah, ça c'est sont des enfants qui voulaient seulement mouiller le maillot. Tu vois non? But as I say, the team spirit was there, so we see that we have the talent. Look at the strikers we have. We can choose Kofane, Etayong, Magri. Those are players that in the next 2, 3 years, 4 years, no one will want to play Cameroon because that compartment, striker, center forward, is one of the most difficult in any national team. Look at who Senegal is playing with. Senegal is playing with Jackson.
Why are you talking about Senegal? Ivory Coast is playing with Wilfried Zaha. They don't have a striker.
No, but listen.
Yeah.
Senegal is playing with Jackson. Nicolas Jackson could be the highest goal scorer of this tournament. And it will not be because Nicolas Jackson is the most deadliest striker, center forward. It will be because of the monies, the SARS, the creative players that he has around them. You see what I'm saying? But now Cameroon has how many? Cameroon has about three center forwards that you can pick and choose. And the role that was given to Mbeumo today, you saw Mbeumo get lots of the balls. He was not on the right. That's why last time when we talked, I said Mbeumo should play like how he played in Brentford, where him and Wissa will have the whole front line to actually turn around. You saw Mbeumo in the middle, you saw him to the right, you saw him to the left, you saw Mbeumo everywhere. So it means he is having most of the balls. But if you put him now to the right playing for Cameroon national team, where creativity doesn't come that much, what opposition will do is that they'll put 2 players on Mbeumo, and then it will become difficult on him. Then we'll say Mbeumo is having a bad game. So I think that's one of the positives that I get from Pagu. Pagu did a great job to put Mbeumo, as I had earlier said, play Mbeumo behind the and you see what Mbeumo is gonna do.
Edab, the Palava striker, I think the talk say even Egypt not get striker. What is happening?
Get number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah, like
yeah,
Mamouche not be an outright striker, right? But it's someone who is very mobile, so he can cope there. Yeah, they don't get outright striker like in number 9 point, but even last AFCON, he be play there, although Egypt not be do well. But they get the guy way coming, the Mohamed Hassan, a striker. Not just the way Egypt be play. They set up with Hassan Moussam not decide for center, or we not decide to use Mohamed. That might they play for Nantes, right?
For Nantes.
But they get a striker, but he no start. Now Mamou start off from, but they get a guy when actually striker, but he no start.
By the way, man, start with you. Mbeumo, man of the match. What do you think?
I just feel say for me, not say no deserve. He played a good game, but I feel like 2 or 3 people were better than him. I put that so for the game.
Okay.
He was matured in his game, and as I be telling last time, if Mbeumo come the Nations Cup and he not do well, no be not because he no get experience. He already play at a high level. He no need for don't play AFCON for come prove for the AFCON say be good. He already play at a high level. And today, if from he touches from the way the whole ball, each time the whole ball, you see and say the Gabonese they need for adjust because they know who he be. He don't play for level, but I believe say he give away a lot of balls. What at some point he be a little bit complacent. He be give away balls or something, but if he make a few like the pass we give him to the goal. So one we give him to Chamado, where Chamado blast the ball over or corner. It was also another excellent pass. He do something for the game where if you pass away, don't know Bemo, you watch football for your first time. You go ask a person say that number 10 for Cameroon now. Yeah, it kind of put up that show where you don't need for Noi. If you go pass away, you watch Cameroon play for the very first time, or you never ever watch football, but you like football. You go ask a person say that number 10 for Cameroon now. So he put on that performance. But as a man of a match, I know as I talk before I will get for the cut up the way get as football be they prioritize forward players over defenders nowadays. So I feel say Namas will also get a good game. Darlene Young will get a good game. But overall, my man of the match will be Koto. And also the center back captain for Gabon had a very good game too.
Equally.
Yeah, Manga. Yeah, he get a very
Manga.
good game. But in most cases, 90% of cases, the game man of the match for winning team. So me, I'll give for Koto and then Namasu and then Darling. Then Buemo will come forth for me.
So you think so the way Buemo will play, he go play the Nations Cup what you expect?
For me, I'm very satisfied with the game of Mbemo. I would say he deserved to be man of the match. I'll give you two reasons, right? We saw the Koto Samuel standing out. That's very good, but that's because we didn't know the player. The reason why we say that Mbemo could do better is because we know Mbemo and we've been seeing his input at Manchester United day in, day out, the way he plays and all of that. So we expect more from him. But guys, we have to understand the spirit of this competition. This is his first AFCON game. And this is Mbeumo, a top world player, all right, that was coming back to defense. Mbeumo gave me runs today that it was unbelievable. I couldn't think that Mbeumo could make this kind of physical impact in the game, defensively, offensively, and all of that. So he gave a key pass, and that brought the goal. He was defending, coming back, getting the ball, organizing the midfield, sometimes helping Danina Maso on that job as well. So for me, it was he didn't just stood as an attacker. He was coming down to defend and to get the ball from the low level to bring it up, bring the team up. So for me, it was an outstanding game. And yeah, we saw Junior Koto because that was our first time actually seeing him playing. And the spirit the guy showcased, the pace and the physical and the intensity he put on the game, yeah, it made him to do. But to be honest, when you look at the action that changed the course of the game, most of them came from Mbeumo. So for me, he deserved.
True Lion, would you play Ivory Coast? If you were the coach, where to go be a lineup?
Lineup.
Not trap.
Well, that's always
not Abubakar.
Not trap.
That's always tough because every game is different, and I don't have enough data to actually predict what the lineup will be. However, going with three, I can still go with three at the back, but it means Cameroon will defend deep because our wing backs will have to double and help like the central defenders because Ivory Coast is better than Gabon when it comes to the wingers. Okay, you have Ahmad you're playing against Ahmad. That guy is so fast. You need two people to actually hold Ahmad down, because that's how good he is. So if we play like that, then it means our wing backs will actually be defending more. However, we can still go with the long balls, and if we are winning those second balls in the long balls, then Cameroon can actually still be in the game. So I'll still go with the same, apart from Baleba, that I think might not be fit to go. Then I might have to use maybe Avom or Onana or Cayman. I don't know. So that's where some changes will actually need to be made.
I say that guy they call Nana. If you know it's good for him, he change her name. I don't know. I'm not sure he's gonna one name. He choose the other name, push our phone.
You know how many Nana they don't. You know how many Nana don't be successful in Cameroon national team.
That name there's only maybe pass it on. If he passed it on crack, so slap was on play before they realized. Maybe Ejab. I know. So you know that player them better than almost always for year. If Balebano will be for that midfield, who you think say we replace it, or which combination you think say they put them in place? We go hell away.
On the charge par l'équipe qui gagne, so they talk now. I know say player coach shall be play based on the opponent, but you not just change your lineup outrightly. I just believe say they will start the same most likely, and then have Kemen replace Baleba. If Baleba not be fit, Kemen go replace it because I think Kemen are the only other person besides Avom and and Onana, where they
And
play the
Onana,
defensive
yeah.
midfield role, right? So, and Kemen
Yeah.
get more of, how to talk, more of a calmer player than Onana, and Onana play. I know if you talk say he get a horrible game, but he showed say be rusty. So, and Kemen Amawi, Kemen good because if he play advanced role, if he play a little bit deep, if he play as a number 8, so I believe say next game, they feel likely start Kemen. If Baliba not defeat, Kemen will start for the middle of the park with Avon.
Yeah, Olivier Kemen is a very interesting player as well. I will see him in that position as well. So if Baliba is not available, and I think Olivier Kemen can do the job. And we saw him already with the Lions. He got the experience, and he's been playing with Turkey day in day out on this kind of high intensive and pace game. So yeah, I think Olivier Kemen is can perfectly cover that that loss of Baliba if we lost Baliba.
Pagu, I don't care who you play him. You know this show we say viewing. You know this show we say who the count on society people them, you bring your own one away. Whenever you wait, Mengolo can't enter Chakara with that midfield. Me particularly, I want me to play Ngolo Kante. Guys, any particular topic don't have the hope so we'll talk about them. Any particular line of conversation we will have the hope so we'll talk about. I want to bring her up. Or more take the caller. I hope it's not some regular caller because some kind of person can come here. Hello? You bring your own one away. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Baba, reduce your volume for your Facebook a bit.
Okay.
Guys, any
Yeah, Baba, we hear you now very well. Go ahead and make your contribution.
Yes, Nambole, this is a call from Tampa, Florida.
Oh, confirm, Baba. Go ahead.
Yes. I think I'll be one of the people that they select the Pagu and not be doubty because the job we Eto'o do, Eto'o rebuild the national team. And a foreign coach no fit do that kind of rebuilding. If you bring foreign coach, the key difference between Pagu and Mark Bruce, now say Mark Bruce is just sit down for TV, see and say, hey, this guy is from Cameroon, he can play. This one is from Cameroon, he can play. But Pagu get experience because he don't coach a couple of teams inside Cameroon local league. So he understand the job to be done and he understand who fit do. Now, what you see today, he put people like Koto for defense, bring Chemalong, put them for defense. If they believe me and you, today, may we draw that line up, or woo them, Basogo, then now we'll take a flop and fee.
Yeah.
I believe, say, Pagu don't surprise all man today, and he go continue for surprise with plenty. So now the key, even song, Ringo Best song will do the job way Pagu do because Ringo Best song he never coach no local club.
Yeah.
He know that he no get that versatility for select like Pagu do. So now a big distinction that. And I believe say Pagu na a square peg inside a square hole of do the kind of build the way Eto'o want them. So Eto'o no mix, what they do. Then today, I'll be very impressed with the Namaso for midfield because the guy, I think, I don't watch him play for in the Blue Lions, but I never see if he play the kind way I see him today. Then Buemo, even for Man U, I like Buemo away for play, but Buemo sometimes he do some strong touches. Some ball he want if he for touch and small, he will make big impact where he push and too much. You see, and say the opponent they catch him. He do a couple of those kind of pushes them today where he make and they counter to way one do him. The overall today, I think it was a good game. I see that fighting spirit where he don't stay where I see him. And in fact, nothing you see, all man be impressed today because of not just because we win, but because of the kind of fighting spirit we see him. Yeah, I want your end for this other man over Kipuna. Thank you for the job I do and would listen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Baba. Thank you. Yeah, I will ask him.
Madam Buemo.
Go ahead, Baba.
Yeah, you know, playing centrally, it be different than playing in the wings. When you play centrally, you don't get space. When you play for wings, you get space. So in the wings, that push and run is speed. You don't really need for. So I see what the previous caller said, right? There were some touches where Mbuemo actually, the first touch or the second touch let him down. But it's because when you play behind the striker, when you play centrally, where you have a 6, you have a 4. Well, I just call and so, but when I understand what I mean, you have another central division there, a 5. There is no space when you play centrally. The space is actually on the wings. You see what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes it's very difficult for a player to be that dynamic. To be Buemo is learning that role, like playing central. He's actually learning that role. But you see, his natural instinct is usually like, okay, I'm gonna switch to the right. You see what I'm saying? But one of the advantages that he had today playing centrally is because most of the offense actually went through Mbuemo. And then when you give Mbuemo in an open space, it's actually hard to bring him down. And thanks for reminding us. Is it Ajab who said it? Because I missed Chamade when I talked about Chamade not bringing anything offensively. See that pass, that's a goal. I mean, as soon as that ball landed to Chamade, I was not even watching. And I just got up to go take water because I knew that he cannot score. And that ball landed to a better player, that would have been 2-0 for Cameroon.
Yeah.
So yeah.
More take the call. We are actually wrapping up because I want to make sure the live don't reach 2 hours. I need for a broadcast time tomorrow. Hello, Baba.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to make some more contribution?
Yeah, I want to make some more contribution.
Yeah, volume low. I don't know what I did from your phone.
How it is now?
Joe, go ahead. It's the best that we get time.
Yeah, after the interpose. So actually, I've been very impressed with the game yesterday. And see the difference in the particular game from the guys they understand exactly which they coach one down and they beat them on the pitch.
People they really struggle for hear you. I don't know what will happen.
Okay, man, just go back for comment section. After the interpose.
Joe, go ahead. We manage them now. 1 minute now.
Yeah, so what I talk and say, if you look and find the biggest attribute I say yesterday, the players understand exactly which they coach one time and they execute to the best of their ability. Also, I think they got on a man of the match because not be only his defensive spirit the way show and when I look at distribution then honestly when Cotto they play the way they distribute they remind me of that like Bastoni, Laporte, Vadion, Lenglet, those left-sided central defenders the way they get good distribution and I attribute that for modern centre back where if you actually help the team offensively. So overall, I think David Pagu shocked me, but not be surprised for them because if you look and find Cameroon play just one behind closed door friendly with that, and the starting 11 for that friendly tends for the things an indication since Pagu again a one friendly match with we could use them for the game against Gabon, and I actually think somehow he blindside the Gabonese team because all man be no seriously that lineup will start against with that most likely. Go over change. So when I look and find that lineup almost completely changed. So I shot it somehow it take everybody off guard, even the opponents. But I think say be good as a coach. So now the control that boy make him.
Okay, Baba. Thank you very much. I think so. We'll go for the round up now. Ejab, which will be our final say for tonight?
I'll be one of those people who have been doubt Pagu's potentials, but doubting Pagu's potentials not be based on the inability, not based on the time where they give you for take over the team.
Yeah.
If I'll be one of the people who have I don't follow Pagu for a while since even before one joined PWD Bamenda, I be get an idea about Pagu since he days as coach for University of Yaoundé, and even before I take because Renaissance on a Cosmos, I don't forget, and then he came PWD Bamenda. He can't PW Bamenda after PW struggle for relegate. PW just survive relegation. Then the next year, win league with PWD. And it not be like PWD be signing some extraordinary players. If we bring 1 or 2 or 3 of the players, we know them. And then he add them to the team with PWD get them. PWD play really well, qualify for play them preliminaries for Champions League, lose for Limbe against Kaiser Chiefs, go draw for South Africa. They know if he make come the next season, he win Cup of Cameroon or PWD. Then he go to Egler, the men who I know Waka, start Renat signing. He do a very good job with them. Come back for PWD, you know Waka. But based on the fact say they know say he be good. Cotton Sport take his services, then it can't see for Cotton Sport. So, anyways, what I want to talk now say I'll be impressed. I'll be more than I not be carried away with Cameroon performance today, but they play big, they play above my expectations. And as I talked earlier, and one other person made this win against Gabon no take we head go because Cameroon no beat na an African powerhouse. The young guys then put an exceptional display. But I know it no be performance where I feel lose sleep over. Say the boy did not arrive as I talk. A lot of work still get for be done. And as the competition they go, we are go finally put and say, okay, Cameroon don't reach for place where that rebuilding don't start. You know? Yeah.
I have one question before we go. So how you did think say if we tackle that game against Ivory Coast? What would be your take on that?
As I talk,
Go ahead.
and True Lion talks something. Ivory Coast, Diomande on the left and Ahmad on the right. Really good, really good wingers. Conan on the left as left back and Due as a right back. Very good with the ball and be good moving forward. That midfield I don't get problem with. As the midfield is not, they're just combative. 3 defensive midfielders. Seri, Sangare, Casey. That's how they play. And if one of them come out, now still a defensive midfielder like Sekou Fofana, they come in. Maybe I don't know whether they will bring Carazo as a striker for next game because Wilfried Zaha, and he doesn't look like someone who will really be a threat up front to a very physically fit Cameroon defense line. So that game will play more now on the wings. The Due and Ahmad, Conan and Diomande. So whoever starts as a left back, that's the left center back, which is Tolo and Darling Yongwa, Chamade and Che, whoever starts, they are the ones who will be the game will play now around them.
Okay.
Yeah, because the midfield is not the Ivory Coast midfield is not creative, so I don't really get some fear about their midfield. So now the wingers, the full backs and the wingers, now they get a game. They get good center back pairing. Zika and Kosonu. Or if Kosonu no they get Diomande, they get very good pairing for center back, but the keeper be shaky. So the game will play now on the wings.
True Lion, what will be your final step of the game?
Yeah, I'll just answer to the same question. I think Cameroon don't get the 3 points, right? So going to play Ivory Coast will be like already game management. You're playing potential one of the best teams actually in that group. So what do you have to do? You stick with the same lineup, 3 when you have the ball at the back, but that's actually a 5 at the back. You make things difficult for the wingers since Ivory Coast actually is more explosive on the wings. So Ahmad will actually have like 2 people to go through before he actually gets in the box and all that. So you make things tight and then you go long balls. That's how Cameroon, thinking about it, I think that's how Cameroon is actually going to play, because you get a draw in this game, you guys are still top in the group, and then your last game you play Mozambique, so it's about game management, and game management is about also making sure that you don't lose against Ivory Coast. That will already put you potentially as one of the 1 foot already into the next round. So I think that's how Cameroon will come, and they will not be true. I think much will not change.
Thank you.
Going into this game, because when you look at Ivory Coast, as Ajab was saying, man, I watched Mozambique, Ivory Coast, Mozambique. Ivory Coast did not impress me, to be honest. Ivory Coast didn't impress me. I was like, the reason why, and that's me, right? I was like, okay, I understand now. The reason why Cameroon did not qualify for the World Cup is because of internal conflicts. It's not because we could not actually qualify. It's just internal conflicts. Yeah.
Oh, me, I could just say, when I try today, myself, me when I keep trying, okay. As True Lion talk, when I watch Ivory Coast game today, I was not really impressed. So it's a game we can within our reach if we keep the same spirit, if we keep our humility, we are humble, and we keep that spirit of solidarity amongst the team. We can really get the point from Ivory Coast, get points from Ivory Coast. So I'm gonna say thank you to all you guys that have been on the comment line, the callers. Your participation was on point. Your comment, your opinion. So we thank you, and we're gonna keep doing this conversation over and over again until we get to the place where we have to be. So thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one.
Guys, remember to share the video, remember to comment, remember to, and if we said anything here that made you feel funny, that made you feel disrespected, that made you feel that, oh, maybe no, take that one, throw out for bush. We are looking to build not only that football they build, and we build even our community. If we say anything where you think say makes sense, if we said anything that made you feel like, wow, the guy that talks to him, now that one way you need to take him. Go tell people about a job. Go tell people about True Lion. Tell people about Innocent. Tell people about Turide. And that is how we grew. I mean, the beautiful things that we do, the wonderful things that would try for do, more not talks what they do. That is just all I ask from you guys. Comment, like, share. And if we get a show tomorrow, we'll probably put out the flyer and then we'll talk about it too. Because I mean, hope so we'll talk about other teams today, but it was just impossible. When I realized when we even talk about Cote d'Ivoire game, we just needed to talk Cameroon. I want to talk about Nana. If I just try and answer, they'll surely kill me. There's more draw. I want to even wonder how McBreeze the feel right now. I just say, you know what, we don't leave that thing. We don't move forward. See you on the next one.